Have you noticed that more you cling to something, the more fragile your peace becomes? Think about it. Relationships, money, status, even your phone. The moment you get attached, you also invite fear. What if I lose it? What if it changes? What if it is taken away? And slowly, attachment turns into worry into anger, and anger into suffering. Lord Krishna warns us about this in Gita. And if you have ever felt restless, jealous, or stuck in overthinking, this teaching is for you. Stay with me because in the next few minutes, we will see why attachment causes suffering and how Gita gives us step by step solution to actually break free. In chapter 2, verse 62 and 63, Krishna explains the entire chain of human suffering in just two lines. ध्यायतो विषया पुंसा संगस्ते पुष्पजायते संगत संजयते कामा कामात् क्रोधाय भिजायते क्रोधा भवति सम्मोह सम्मोहा स्मृति विभ्रमः स्मृति भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. It means when we keep thinking about objects or people, we grow attached. From attachments comes the desire to have it or gain it. And when that desires are unfulfilled, anger is born, irritation is born. And that anger clouds the mind so much that we forget what's right. We lose clarity, our wisdom collapses, and we suffer. This is not philosophy, it's psychology, and we have all been through this chain. Think about it. You keep scrolling on social media, see someone living a life that you want. You keep scrolling deeper and deeper into their account. From it, attachment begins. Soon you desire the same lifestyle. But when you do not get it, frustration rises. That frustration turns into anger, self-doubt, and hopelessness. Slowly, your mind convinces you that you are not enough. Scary, isn't it? But we have all been through this before. But Krishna does not scare us. He gives powerful tools to escape this trap. Step 1. Accept life's duality. In chapter 2, verse 14, Krishna says, Matra sparshastu kauntaya शीतोष्ण सुख दुखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्या तामसे तिक्षस्व भारत. Pleasure and pain, gain and loss, success and failure, they come and go. Endure them. The first step is acceptance. Life is not meant to be one-sided. If you stop expecting only good, you stop being shaken by the bad. This single shift breaks half the suffering already. Step 2. Train the mind. In chapter 6, verse 6, it is said, Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmevatmana jitah anatmanastu shatrutve vartetatmeva shatruvata. The mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Krishna is telling us it's not the world outside. It's the mind inside that decides your suffering. You don't need to be a saint. Just start small. Take 3 deep breaths before reacting. Write down what's in your control and let go of the rest. Unplug your phone 30 minutes before sleep to rest your mind. Tiny steps train your mind, and a trained mind doesn't get hijacked by every craving or anger. Step 3. Remember the higher goal. In chapter 5, verse 25, it is said, Labhante brahmani nirvanam rishiyah sheen kalmashaha cheen dvedha yatatmanaha sarva bhuta hite rataha. Those who are free from desire and anger, those whose minds are controlled and who realize the self, they live in freedom and peace. When you anchor yourself in something bigger than the temporary pleasures, be it service, purpose, or spiritual growth, attachments naturally loosen. You stop clinging and start living. So, what does this mean for us today? Every time you feel restless, jealous, or anger, pause and ask, am I attached to something temporary? Because the Gita's wisdom is clear. Attachment is the root of suffering, but acceptance, mind training, and higher purpose are the cure. And here's the beautiful part: when you practice this, even a little, you will notice life stops feeling like a fight. Stress doesn't grip you, relationships heal, peace feels natural. Maybe that's what Krishna really wants from us. True strength is not in clinging, but in letting go.